I mean, most of the temples and most of the tombs that you see, especially at a place called today Luxor. The Greeks originally called it Thebes, but the indigenous Africans for the first time call it Wa'at. There on the ceilings of the tombs, you see the body of this woman, this African woman, with stars and moons and everything symbolizing the outer space, the heavens. And one side, her head comes down, and on the other side, the legs come down. And then you see the god Geb, G-E-B, Geb, on kneeling on one knee and holding her. Listen to this. At the two columns of heaven, one hand on the vagina and the other on her breast. The two columns of heaven. That's where heaven was, and that's where heaven still is. One hand on the vagina and the other on her breast. The two columns of heaven. That's where heaven was, and that's where heaven still is.
I showed this to my wife, and her question was, if heaven lies between the breast and the vagina of a woman, then where is heaven for women? Because it has to apply both ways. If what the elder is saying is correct, then it must apply both ways. We are reducing transcendental knowledge to Avikochokochos and VJJs. And this is quite unfortunate because we've done this to the Ankh as well. We've reduced the Ankh to a Avikochokocho and a VJJ, and we are totally missing the transcendental lesson. Now, if you look carefully at that image, you would actually see that it's actually not by the breast, but it's pointing on some, it's pointing to the mouth, others it is pointing to the throat, and there's a reason for this. I will get into it later. On the vagina, yes, that is where it's pointing to, and I've touched on this before, but I will leave it here for now. If you'd like to know more on this, specifically the cosmological and cosmogonical principle that are being taught in that one painting or fresco, please hit the share button and comment, like, share it everywhere. I'm struggling to get these videos out. You guys are coming, you are liking them, but you are not sharing, which means the lessons of the School of the Red and Blue, they are not getting out there. I will continue if I can get enough traction behind this video. And please do check out the video that I'm going to link below, where I am highlighting another case where they're talking about the Trinity, where they've reduced it to Avikochokochos and VJJs, that it is not that. It's transcendental knowledge which is being reduced by our ignorance or our lack of knowledge. I understand the elder is speaking from a historical position, but when the ancients taught this knowledge, they taught everything through one system. And if you don't do that, then you come to these gross realizations which leave us to believe that our ancestors were worshipping VJJs and Avikochokochos, which was far from the case.